There's a simple way to tell where you stand in your dog's heart, and it doesn't require changing anything. You don't need new habits, commands, or techniques to see it. All it takes is understanding how dogs naturally express trust and emotional safety. Once you notice those signs, everyday moments with your dog start to feel different. In the next part, you'll learn what those behaviors mean and why they matter more than you think. If you enjoy learning your dog's language like this video, and subscribe to this channel to keep discovering more with me. Number 1. Greets you with intense excitement. What does it really mean when your dog reacts like your return is the best moment of their entire day? That burst of energy isn't just happiness spilling over, and it isn't something they give out freely. When you walk through the door and your dog's whole body responds, tail sweeping the air, feet scrambling, eyes locked onto you, it's a release of relief as much as joy. They noticed your absence more than you think. While you were gone, the world felt slightly less steady, and your return restores a sense of balance and safety. Dogs don't exaggerate these moments, and they don't perform them out of habit. They reserve their strongest emotional reactions for the person who matters most to them, the one whose presence signals comfort and stability. That excitement is their way of saying that your arrival changes how they feel inside. And once that door closes behind you and the energy settles, what matters even more is where they choose to be next. Number 2. Follows you from room to room. Have you noticed how your dog seems to appear behind you even when nothing interesting is happening? It can look like curiosity or clinginess on the surface, but for your dog, it's something quieter and deeper. Moving through the house isn't about the destination for them. It's about staying connected to the person who feels familiar and safe. When they trail you from room to room, lie near the doorway, or reposition themselves whenever you do, they're keeping themselves anchored. You're the constant in an otherwise changing environment. Your presence regulates their nervous system in a way they don't consciously think about, but deeply feel. Being near you lowers uncertainty and replaces it with calm. It's not about needing attention or activity, just the reassurance that comes from proximity. And when that closeness no longer needs movement, it often turns into something even more still and intimate. Number 3. Chooses to rest quietly near you. There's something meaningful about the moment your dog settles beside you without asking for anything at all. Rest is when dogs are most vulnerable, so they're careful about where and with whom they relax. When your dog chooses to sit close, lean gently against you, or curl up just within reach, they're making an emotional decision. They aren't seeking entertainment, food, or reassurance through action. They're choosing peace in your presence. That quiet closeness says that being near you feels safe enough to let their guard down. Your dog is listening to their instincts, and those instincts tell them that you understand them, even in silence. Touch becomes minimal but intentional. A paw resting against you, a body aligned with yours. In those moments, connection isn't loud or dramatic. It's calm and steady, and that calm often grows from trust built through many small, shared experiences that go beyond rest alone. Number 4. Shares treasured toys with you. It seems simple when your dog drops a toy at your feet, but have you ever wondered why that object matters so much to them? Dogs don't offer their prized possessions casually, especially the ones they guard, carry, or return to again and again. When your dog brings you a favorite toy, it's not just an invitation to play. And it's not about entertainment alone. It's an act of trust, a quiet offering that says you're safe to share something valuable with. In your dog's world, giving up control of something they love is meaningful. It signals that they see you as part of their inner circle, not just the provider of food or routine. They want you included in their joy, their excitement, and the moments that make them feel alive. That choice reflects how they see your role in their life. And when play ends and the toy is set aside, the connection doesn't disappear, it simply takes on another form. Number 5. Seeks comfort in your scent. Why do dogs gravitate toward your clothes the moment you're not around? What looks like mischief is often a quiet attempt to stay emotionally close to you. Your scent carries familiarity, reassurance, and the feeling of home all at once. When your dog curls up on your hoodie, carries your shoe, or rests on your pillow, they're surrounding themselves with what calms them most. They aren't drawn to scent in general, they're drawn to yours. It's a way of holding on when you're absent, even briefly. Your smell reminds them of safety, warmth, and connection. It fills the space where your presence would normally be. In those moments, your dog isn't acting out, they're self-soothing. And when you return, that comfort often shifts from scent back to something even more direct and intentional. Number 6. Maintains soft, relaxed eye contact. There's a quiet intensity in the way your dog looks at you when the world slows down. In most animal interactions, sustained eye contact signals tension. But with you, your dog does the opposite. Their gaze softens, their body relaxes, and there's no urgency behind their eyes. They're not scanning for cues or waiting for commands. They're simply sharing space with you. That gentle eye contact is a form of bonding, one that doesn't need movement or sound. It's your dog checking in emotionally, reinforcing a sense of closeness that words can't provide. These moments often happen without effort, when you're both calm and present. They linger because they feel good to your dog on a deep level. And that quiet exchange hints at how much trust exists beneath the surface of your everyday interactions. Number 7. Tries to guide or herd you. Have you ever noticed your dog gently nudging you, circling your legs, or subtly steering where you walk? It can feel playful or even slightly inconvenient, but beneath it is a deep sense of concern. When your dog does this, they aren't trying to control you, they're trying to include you. In their instincts, movement and closeness keep the group safe and connected. By guiding you, they're keeping track of what matters most to them. You are part of their inner circle, and your well-being feels like their responsibility. This behavior isn't about dominance or habit. It's about care expressed through instinct. Your dog is watching you, adjusting to you, and quietly making sure you're okay. And that instinct to stay aware often shows itself even more clearly when they sense something uncertain around you. Number 8. Positions themselves to protect you. When your dog steps slightly in front of you or stands taller at a strange sound, it's not an overreaction. It's their loyalty surfacing in real time. Dogs are naturally alert to changes in their environment, but they don't respond the same way for everyone. When they position themselves between you and something unfamiliar, they're acting on attachment, not fear. Sometimes it's obvious, a bark or a firm stance. Other times it's subtle, a quiet lean against your legs or a watchful stillness. Your dog is saying that you matter enough to guard. They don't need instruction to do this. It comes from how strongly they feel connected to you. And once that sense of protection settles, their expression often softens into something even more personal and revealing. Number 9. Shows affection through facial expressions. Have you ever caught your dog lifting their eyebrows or softening their face the moment they see you? That small change carries more emotion than most people realize. Dogs use their faces to communicate comfort and recognition, especially with the humans they trust most. When their eyes look warmer and their expression relaxes, they're opening themselves emotionally. It's not a trained behavior or a trick for attention. It's an instinctive response tied to how safe and understood they feel with you. Your presence changes the way they hold themselves, even in stillness. Those subtle expressions are your dog's quiet way of saying they feel good around you. And when all of these moments add up, the choice your dog makes becomes clear, without a single sound. Number 10. Chooses you over everyone else. What does it say when your dog walks past noise, treats, and eager hands just to come sit beside you? In moments like that, choice becomes visible. Dogs are constantly reading the room, sensing energy, weighing where they feel most at ease. When your dog moves toward you despite distractions, it isn't because you're calling louder or offering more. It's because your presence feels familiar and grounding in a way nothing else does. You understand their rhythms, their pauses, their signals, even when you don't realize it. Being near you feels like returning to something known and steady. That decision happens quietly, without performance or expectation. Your dog isn't trying to prove anything. They're simply following the pull of trust and emotional safety. And in that moment, surrounded by options, their choice reflects the bond you've built together, one shaped by countless shared experiences that now live beneath the surface of everyday life. When you step back and look at these moments together, it becomes clear that your dog has been communicating something meaningful all along. If you recognized your own dog in even a few of these behaviors, it says less about perfection and more about the quiet trust you've already built together. The real bond isn't found in big gestures, but in the small, repeated choices your dog makes every day without being asked. Those choices become easier to notice when you slow down enough to feel what your dog is feeling instead of just watching what they do. And once you start paying attention to those subtle signals, other familiar behaviors begin to take on a whole new meaning. One of the most misunderstood is licking, which many people assume is simple affection, even though it often carries a much deeper emotional message. So if you're curious to keep understanding your dog in a way that feels more honest and connected, stay here, and let's continue that conversation together.